Howdy folks, Hellcracks here. Just doing another update. It's been a little slow around here due to weather. You know, it's summertime here in Iwegia, and which means high humidity. And since I don't have a place to spray paint, you know, to do my primering here, and with the humidity, it's have to wait for weather to clear off and get a really nice day, and I can prime. But in the meantime, what I've been doing is assembling, and more assembling. So if I can't paint stuff that already has been primed, then I assemble. And what we got around here is a whole bunch of stuff that's a big pile of stuff, like got some drop pods that went together for the game 40K, Warhammer 40K. So that's what I've been doing, is that we're putting together, my son and I, who is now out of the Navy. He wants to build a Space Wolf, you know, for the Space Marines, Space Wolf Army, and we've been working on putting that together. And so we got 3 drop pods, a Land Raider, a couple Razorbacks, a Rhino, and I think he wants to get a Whirlwind to go with it. I'm not a big Space Marine player, but I prefer the Xenos myself. I'm a big, you know, or Chaos Space Marines. That's my thing. But and occasionally works, and Chaos Demons. So. But we've been working on those things. But for my army, let's move these guys off for a second here. We'll get to these guys. I had those guys primed about a month, or I guess it's been 2 months now. But I'm finally getting back to, you know, pulling the stuff off. That's what I usually do, is I'll go through and keep assembling stuff. And then when the weather's right, I'll just prime stuff. And then when the weather's bad, like during the summer, I'll pull what's on the shelf out of the boxes and start painting that stuff. But this is the one thing I put together. It's my Stampa for my Orc army. I've always wanted one of these things since they came out, and I just happened to be tooling around on eBay one day, and it's like, somebody was selling one of these things, the full kit, still in plastic rack, for like $50. And I was like, yeah, please, click, that's mine. So now I got a Stampa, you know, for a 770 point model. It looks cool. I don't know how often I'll use it. You gotta play pretty much apocalypse games to get these things on the board, but there she is. So whenever the weather's right, I'll prime this thing, and maybe eventually in the next 6 months to a year, sad, yes, I'll get around to painting this guy. I look forward to it. It'll be probably red with all kinds of blacks and silvers and whites. You know, I'm a blood axe guy myself for my Orc clans. But yep, that's what's in the future here. And I should be working on this guy. It's my 3rd Knight, Imperial Knight. I have him. He's primed. So I primed him, I guess it's been 2 months ago now. And I have yet to put any paint on it. But, you know, I had other projects I wanted to get done before this. I already have bunch of knights already, so it's not very often that people like to play against a knight army. So I'll get around to this guy maybe here in the next month or so. But let's move on to the stuff I had primed that I'm working on. Last couple days I worked on these guys. These are Khorne Bloodslaughterer from Forge World. I picked these up a couple years ago, and when Forge World was at Gen Con, and I just like the look of them. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever field them in the Army, but you know, every once in a while it would be nice to have something that can go out and just chop things up. Yeah, they're like a dreadnought. It's like armor 12 fronts and sides and normal 10 on the rear, but bunch of attacks. I think they're only like 100 points. So maybe, you know, with a Khorne demon special, I might just deep strike the darn things in, because they have demon rule, they can do deep strike. So maybe I'll do that. Well, let's think about it. But I got those two guys done. Still have to prime them, or not prime them, but seal them. You know, I get a lot of stuff painted, and then I'll just set it off the side, and when the weather's nice, then I can go out and seal it, because you go from where there's air conditioning out into the humidity, and then next thing you know, your models are covered in the condensation. They're just dripping water within moments, so you can't do anything. And it's the same way with priming. You take anything out and prime it, and next thing you know, you just have a glob mess all over everything. I think I showed some of these guys. Yeah, I think I showed him the last video. These are my Guild Ball players. I did a little more work on them. You know, it's something I do in the evening till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Every once in a while I'll just pull something out in the evening after we're all done. But yeah, this is the Kraken. Finished him up. No, that's Kraken. God, I can't remember this guy's name. I have to pull the cards out. But I'll get some pictures taken of them, of these guys. It's work in progress. And let me see her. Basically what I did was I got kind of a red-green team look. Everything that has scales or type of chainmail I painted in green color to represent like the team colors. Like this guy, green pants, the green head or red headband, lots of leather. And like for her, she has green with green armor bits and stuff. So one more leather everywhere. And these guys, I have the flesh tones done. Now I just have to go in and paint the leather, and I got the armor all done. So it's just finish the leathers on these guys and whatever cloth. It's like he has pants, so he'll go with the like green pants and a red sash or something like that. So they'll have some type of red on them. This guy reminds me of, I keep looking at him and think this guy's like a priest or something from D&D, but he's got his big harpoon going there, and then he's got like a net. Yeah, that's net on the back. So I'll get that around. And this guy, he's got a lot of leather, wearing a lot. So he'll probably have green pants, leather, maybe some red shoulder boards or something of that nature. I'll figure it out. And I have a whole horde of demons that I've been working on. They're just sitting in a box all primed. I pull them out in the game if I ever need them. But here's what the some of the finished. I got all the flesh tones all done. Now I just have to go and pick out the, like, they got feathers. They have some type of jewelry, which would be like a gold color, gemstones. Some of them have like this guy's supposed to be a instrument, I think, just like a horn. And they got fire shooting off their hands, so they'll come out. Let me see if I can find a quick one I finished here. Here's a couple things I finished here recently. We have some flamers of Zeech. Finished these guys up, put them in blue with red flames, so hot cold contrast. Here's a herald that I did up. I took a they had a little spindly arm hanging off, and it's like, well, you know, if he's supposed to be a herald of Tzeentch, maybe I'll have some changes. So I took one of the pink spare arms I put on there was shooting flames. So it has a look. So he's got a small kind of regular looking arm holding the staff as a sorcerer, but he's showing part of his demon hood here that he's changing. You know, Lord of Change, everything changes. But that's pretty much what I've been up to here in the last week or two. And things will slow down a little bit because we got the state fair going on here. And which if I throw a rock across the yard, I hit the state fairground. So right now I got, over the next 10 days, I'll have 1 million extra neighbors moving through. So with all that going on and going to the fair myself, so things will slow down a little bit. So that's everything we got going on right now. And this is Helcrex. You guys go out there and continue painting. I'll try to keep painting, and let's rid the world of all those unpainted adventures. And you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.